Aloha and welcome. My name is Grace Makanani Christian, and this is an episode of The Healed Self, healing your body, soul, and life with grace. So I'm a medical intuitive, and in working over the years with people from all over the world, I help them not only understand what's at the core of an illness or disorder in their body, but the bigger picture of their life and what's going on in the world that is pertaining to their life and their body. So over the last 20-something years, I've been doing this work, and for several years recently, I've been noticing certain patterns with all of my clients, no matter where in the world they live. And I want to talk in today's episode about the fact that we are in the shift. So for some of you, you run in circles where you know what I mean by the shift. Let me explain what I feel that means. So many of us have been preparing for a time when we would be changing our frequency. For many years, we've been learning that we can no longer operate at a lower frequency. So where we used to have and experience lower frequency emotions like anger, frustration, greed, those kinds of things, we're learning that they don't work very well for us when it comes to bringing what we want to us in our own life. So we are shifting our emotions and changing them from a dense emotion to a lighter emotion, more like appreciation and gratitude. While we're doing that, also Mother Earth is shifting her frequency. So together, we're all moving into a new frequency and a new time where we'll be experiencing a higher frequency or a lighter frequency. And we'll be expected to be able to maintain those lighter emotions and really enjoy those, sustaining appreciation and gratitude for longer periods. So what does that mean for all of us right now? Some of you may be noticing that there is you've been experiencing periods in your life where maybe there's a big breakdown in one area of your life, or there's a huge breakdown of your life in all areas. That's one of the things I've been noticing for many of us in the last couple of years, especially this year in 2019. So as I make this video, it's currently October of 2019. And what I've been shown is that for the rest of this year, October it is right now, but for the rest of 2019 and into 2020, many of us, if not all of us, will probably be experiencing situations or occurrences where we might have a big breakdown and we're forced to maybe clean up something in our body that needs cleaning up or needs to be detoxified. We may be forced to eliminate toxic relationships. We may be put in a circumstance where we have to and we want to release a toxic work environment or career so that we make the way for something that's much lighter. Relationships based on love, working careers that are that allow us to fulfill who we are as an individual and human being, and to help all of humanity. Through this time, not only, like I said, are we as human beings going through this change or shift from a denser frequency to a much lighter frequency, Mother Earth has been as well. So we're moving into a time when we'll all be experiencing much lighter emotions. We can tell that changes have been occurring on Mother Earth. We were told a few years back that there was a global warming going on. Now, many of you have heard that there are new ice caps forming at Antarctica. And there were about just the opposite happening now. But Mother Earth is also changing her frequency and healing herself. So for those of you that have had a very devastating physical ailment or physical experience happen recently, just know that this is for you to address and to become knowledgeable about what's going on and heal it so that you can cleanse your body and move into an experience of having a newer body, a healed body, a healthy body. And we're finding that technology is creating and discovering all kinds of new forms of treatments and possibilities for renewing ourselves. This is all purposeful. So if you find that a relationship has become too toxic for you, then you're being asked to release that relationship so that you make way for relationships that do work, relationships that support you. So this is all happening right now in 2019 and 2020, especially so that we can heal, so that we can make way for a new healthy body, a new healthy relationships, a new healthy life, where we're all operating along with Mother Earth at a higher frequency, at a more joyful experience of life. So if you do find that you are in a circumstance that is devastating or is not working for you, that you're ill and you can't figure out what's wrong with you, it's because we're all being asked to take care of those things in our body that are out of alignment. Or if you find that you're in circumstances either at work or at home that are toxic and unhealthy, you're being asked to address those in a healthy way, to release those, to make room for a very healthy living environment so that you have a joyful life from now on. You know, Mother Earth is moving into a more joyful time too, and there are those who know that it is their responsibility to help Mother Earth heal. A few years ago, you may remember that there was a group trying to install the Dakota Access Pipeline across the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. And the American Indian people on that reservation stood their ground. They were standing their ground to protect their sacred ground and to protect Mother Earth, because the pipeline is considered by their prophecy to be the black snake that ruins Turtle Island or North America. Right now in Hawaii, on the big island of Hawaii, the largest mountain, Mauna Kea, which is sacred ground to the Hawaiian people, there's also a similar circumstance going on. So there are those who are trying to install a huge telescope structure, a very, very huge telescope structure on Mauna Kea, and the elderly Hawaiians, the Kupuna, are standing their ground. They're protesting. They're up there saying, no, this is our sacred ground. You cannot just drill down into Mother Earth and put another huge structure when there are already several telescopes up there. We're saying no. So these Hawaiians know that it's their responsibility and what they call their kuleana. It's theirs to do their responsibility, to stand up for Mother Earth and to protect their sacred ground. And so you'll see that there'll be a lot of healing taking place for Mother Earth, and then the end of this year and next year as well, I believe. And we are learning to heal so that we can live joyful lives. So I just say to you that if you're finding that you're in unexpected, difficult circumstances, know that this has been brought to you because it's for you to change your own life. Where there's misalignment, to release that misalignment so that you can allow alignment. Okay? That's what's occurring. Now, those of you watching may or may not be on my mailing list. I periodically send out a newsletter where I talk about these kinds of things, kinds of trends that I'm seeing happening, not just illnesses and the things that are happening in our bodies, but also what's going on in the universe, what's going on in our world, and what we can do about it. So what can you do right now in addition to addressing those circumstances that come up? One thing you can do is to continue to go into the silence. Go into meditation or spend some time every day just sitting in the silence with your eyes closed. If you're not sure how to do this or what to expect, I have some other YouTube videos on my website and on YouTube that will kind of direct you or guide you on how to do this. This allows you to gain a connection with the divine. And through that connection, you can develop insight that allows you to know your next step in life. So there's always an answer for you. So I just want to say that, yes, there may be rocky times right now in your life. There may be some rocky times coming up, but they lead to an ultimately good outcome. We are in the shift right now, and it's ultimately good news for all of us. So if you'd like to check out my website, if you'd like to check out my blog, please go to my website, which is www.gracemedicalintuitive.com. If you're not on my mailing list, please email me and I'll put you on my mailing list. Stay connected and I'll let you know what's going on. And for now, stay connected to the inner you, your inner knowing. Aloha.